Judging is the cause that creates the effect of choosing. What is essential in war is victory, not prolonged operations. Words offer meaning. When you've got the meaning, you can forget the words. Be careful who you trust. Salt and sugar look the same. Respect yourself, and others will respect you. Better the comfort of a lie than the absurdity of the truth. Beware of the small things. A small leak can sink a great ship. I live my life in widening circles that reach out across the world. Remember that the happiest people are not those getting more, but those giving more. Most of what I say is complete truth. My edit button is broken. Just go with it, he thought. You won't figure out anything if you give in to fear. We swallowed the chaos because we knew we didn't want to be ordinary. Only those who attempt the absurd can achieve the impossible. I believe in looking reality straight in the eye and denying it. Don't get so busy making a living that you forget to make a life. Your strongest muscle and worst enemy is your mind. Train it well. The trouble is, you can shut your eyes, but you can't shut your mind. You will do foolish things, but do them with enthusiasm. To truly laugh, you must be able to take your pain and play with it. The more you praise and celebrate your life, the more there is in life to celebrate. My destination is no longer a place, rather a new way of seeing. Start writing, no matter what. The water does not flow until the faucet is turned on. Manifest plainness, embrace simplicity, reduce selfishness, have few desires. People who fit don't seek. The seekers are those that don't fit. A clown on a throne is still a clown. A king in rags is still a king. The man who has forgotten self may be said to have entered heaven. Go to heaven for the climate and hell for the company. If at first you don't succeed, destroy all evidence that you tried. A good completion takes a long time. A bad completion cannot be changed later. One mistake does not have to rule a person's entire life. I cannot trust a man to control others who cannot control himself. Nothing truly valuable arises from ambition or from a mere sense of duty. It stems rather from love and devotion towards men and towards objective things. The truth is the kindest thing we can give folks in the end. Overconfidence blurs out the risk. Inferiority magnifies it. Always be friendly. Always be kind, like the most beautiful flower that you can find. Don't complain about the snow on your neighbor's roof when your own doorstep is unclean. I'm always doing that which I cannot do in order that I may learn how to do it. Focus on making yourself better, not on thinking that you are better. An education is not so much about making a living as making a person. After your death, you will be what you were before your birth. Just because it's fiction doesn't mean it's any less true. The inner fire is the most important thing mankind possesses. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. Fear is nothing more than a negative assessment of risk. That it will never come again is what makes life so sweet. Don't stop when you are tired. Stop when you are done. Concern for man and his fate must always form the chief interest of all technical endeavors. Never forget this in the midst of your diagrams and equations. Science without religion is lame. Religion without science is blind. Life is pain. Anyone who says otherwise is selling something. We must meet the challenge rather than wish it were not before us. If ignorant both of your enemy and yourself, you are certain to be in peril. There are people who have money and people who are rich. Maturity is when you stop complaining and making excuses and start making changes. Never argue with stupid people. They will drag you down to their level and then beat you with experience. Face your life, its pain, its pleasure. Leave no path untaken. Ultimate excellence lies not in winning every battle, but in defeating the enemy without ever fighting. Don't fast forward through life. You'll miss all the good stuff along the way. I do not like to repeat successes. I like to go on to other things. Stay quiet about your goals. Soon your results will do all the talking. One day, in retrospect, the years of struggle will strike you as the most beautiful. The easiest way to be reborn is to live and feel life every day. Concentrate your energy and hoard your strength. There is nothing frightening in the dark if you just face it. I don't think there's anything wrong with telling the truth. I know it isn't fashionable. The truth isn't always beauty, but the hunger for it is. Vulnerability is the least celebrated emotion in our society. Our moral economy went bankrupt long before our financial one. The hardest thing of all is to find a black cat in a dark room, especially if there is no cat. Apparent confusion is a product of good order, apparent cowardice of courage, apparent weakness of strength. Never let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. To realize that you do not understand is a virtue. Not to realize that you do not understand is a defect. If quick, I survive. If not quick, I am lost. This is death. The essence of technology is by no means anything technological. Everything is hard before it is easy. A conscious human is driven by their conscience, not popular opinion. A traitor's just a patriot on the wrong side of winning. If you make a mistake and do not correct it, this is called a mistake. Make your lives a masterpiece. You only get one canvas. Choose to correct your mistakes rather than comparing it to others. The superior man thinks always of virtue. The common man thinks of comfort. Everything takes time. Bees have to move very fast to stay still. Always know the difference between what you're getting and what you deserve. I live in my own little world, but it's okay. They know me here. It isn't where you came from. It's where you're going that counts. Rely not on the likelihood of the enemy's not coming, but on our own readiness to receive him. If you want your children to be intelligent, read them fairy tales. If you want them to be more intelligent, read them more fairy tales. In order to form an immaculate member of a flock of sheep, one must, above all, be a sheep. Do not let the roles you play in life make you forget who you are. Do not wait for the last judgment. It comes every day. Distance sometimes lets you know who is worth keeping and who is worth letting go. Appear weak when you are strong, and strong when you are weak. Convince your enemy that he will gain very little by attacking you. This would diminish his enthusiasm. Never stop acquiring the common sense. It is as good as the knowledge. The only thing that interferes with my learning is my education. But better to get hurt by the truth than comforted with a lie. Winning isn't enough. The acme of all skill is to defeat your enemy before taking the field. Good order results spontaneously when things are let alone. People are the most difficult thing in the world to change. It's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see. Irrational expectations are at the root of most human suffering.